The two on the bridge were clinging to the ropes at the edge, trying to climb up, but since the male assailant was holding a gun, he couldn't hold on, and fell. Only the female assailant managed to keep her grip. She grabbed Jane's leg, and slammed it hard against the bridge's wooden planks. The situation was dire. Dazed from the impact, Jane had to fight back with what little consciousness she had left. But Jane was no pushover. After all, she grew up in this jungle. Growing up in the wild, she knew how to handle herself. But then, the woman pulled out a dagger. Seeing the danger, Jane had to use all her strength to wrap her legs around the woman's neck. In the end, all three assailants fell into the river. The fight left Jane completely exhausted, but the horror wasn't over. The first assailant to get ashore quickly found Jane. But the difference in strength was too great. In just a few moves, he knocked Jane to the ground. She couldn't move. Then, the assailant grabbed her by the hair. Before the assailant could recover, Jane quickly grabbed a nearby rope and tied him up. Jane's special knot was designed so that the more he struggled, the tighter the rope would become. Jane showed him no mercy. As she walked away, she was leaving him to die, but it wasn't over. Next, Jane had to face the other two assailants, but she wasn't sure she could survive. As Jane ran aimlessly through the jungle, she faintly heard a car on a nearby road. To be safe, she hid behind a tree to look. That's when she saw a police car passing by. Jane felt a surge of hope, but by the time she ran out, the car was already too far away. Desperate, Jane hijacked a passing motorcycle, hoping to catch up, but then, a gunshot rang out from up ahead. As another bystander fell to the ground, Jane saw that the female assailant had caught up to her. In this moment of crisis, Jane quickly jumped on the motorcycle and sped off. A high-speed chase ensued on the road. The female assailant was struck, her head smashed and bleeding, and was killed instantly. But before Jane could even catch her breath, the last assailant was already upon her. Seeing him, Jane knew her only choice was to run for her life, but he had no intention of letting her go. Gun in hand, he ran after her. Jane was terrified. She ran all the way to a dock, and escaped in a speedboat. The assailant immediately got into another one and pursued her. Jane knew the assailant wouldn't stop until she was dead. Rather than keep running, it was better to strike first. It might be her only chance to win. So Jane jumped onto the assailant's speedboat. As they were locked in a fierce struggle, a Marine Patrol helicopter appeared overhead. They ordered the two to stop fighting, or they would open fire. Seeing her chance was gone, Jane took a leap and dove straight into the sea. With a massive explosion, the last assailant was killed. In the end, Jane, in disguise, flagged down a passing car, leaving this tragic place behind. Jane knew she was responsible for several deaths. If she didn't leave, she would spend the rest of her life in prison. The film ends here.